I'm not going to compete. Even when you walk out starting your stand-up special, you're such a great dancer. You really are.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I danced for like 11 years at bar mitzvahs and executive parties.
I did not know that. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm a professional energy producer.
Yes, you are.
I produce energy, baby.
You certainly do. So we ran into each other. What was it?
At the VMAs.
Yes, the VMAs.
Yes.
So, and she came up to me and she said, I want to be on your show. And I hadn't seen the movie yet. And as soon as I saw the movie, I was like, you're going to be on the show.
Yeah. And you just looked at me, you were like, uh-huh. And I was like, girl, don't worry, you gon' know. It's all good, Ellen. You gon' know. I spoke it into existence, y'all.
Yep. You certainly did. You spoke a lot of things into existence. I mean, your life is crazy, and what you've accomplished is amazing. And if you don't know her story, and when you hear her story and read her story, it's amazing. So congratulations for doing what you're doing in the world and doing what you're doing in life. I mean, the stories of going through the foster system and everything, the whole system and all the families that you were with and everything that you went through is amazing. And now look at you, and you're hanging out with, Barbra Streisand now.
That part, she my sister.
Yeah?
We related.
So you met just recently.
Yeah, we recently met at Ron Meyer's house.
Right.
He's like chairman over at Universal, whatever. He invited me over for dinner and movie, right?
Yeah.
And then there she was, Barbra Streisand, and she's like, Tiffany, and I'm like, what And we got to talking and stuff, and I had informed her about Cardi B and how, like, you know, she just, like, transformed her whole life and, like, how she's a role model to children and how we have to be role models to young girls to show that, you know, you can empower yourself and you can have whatever you want in life. And she was like, who is Cardi B? And I was like, what, you don't know? Lil, you can't mess with me if you want it. Like, I sang the song for her, everything. She was like, sounds catchy.
She's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was like, I gotta check it out. And then we started talking about, you know, I told her I was from South Central Los Angeles, and she told me she was from Brooklyn. And then we found out we both from the hood. You know, we both ghetto chicks.
Yeah.
You know, except it's just different times.
Different ghetto, different times.
Different ghetto,
yes.
different times.
Right.
Different demographics,
right.
all of that.
Right,
You know?
and yet so similar.
Yes, so similar.
Yes.
You know, she lived in a Jewish hood. I lived in a black neighborhood, but I was Jewish too. I'm still Jewish. Yes, I'm black Jewish.
I know. That story is crazy too, that you lived with a Jewish family after living with a Hispanic family that taught you to be scared of Jews. And it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you had a potluck dinner at Taylor Swift's house.
Yes. See, okay, so this is what happened. So I did SNL, right? And then, let me tell you what happened. So then Taylor was like, Tiffany, oh my God, I like you, we gotta hang out. I was like, yes, we gotta hang out, girl, let's hang out. And then I told her, I've been gardening. I said, look, if I come over, you gotta make me some barbecue chicken, some potato salad, and a brisket. And she was like, okay. And I said, I'm gonna bring some collard greens, because I got my own garden and I got greens. And when I pick my greens, right, I smile. I smile when I pick the greens, and then when I wash the greens, I smile. Then when I cut them up, I smile. And then when I cook them, I smile. They call it joyful greens. When I get over there, she got all this food. It was so good. First off, Taylor can cook, okay? She can cook. Like, the chicken was bomb, all right? And she made cornbread, bomb! So good. And then she ate my greens. She was like, oh my gosh, Tiffany, I have been wanting greens for so long. I go to all these different places and get greens, and they're never good. These greens are so delicious. And I was like, girl, because them is joyful greens.
Joyful, that's right. You have to smile when you pick them, smile when you wash them. So,
hey, but I want to tell you something.
Okay.
Okay, because, you know, I've been watching you for years, right? And I remember being a young lady watching your show, your sitcom, and I used to be like, I want to be on her show. Then I was like, I want to just work with her. She a comic, I'm a comic now, I could open up for her. And then I started telling my friends, and they were like, you know, she's like a squeaky clean comedian. I was like, well, then I'll just be watching her.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
Yeah, no. I'm not. No. It would be different. I would open for you and then leave, and then you would be there.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
No,
yeah.
No. I can clean it up. I've done bar mitzvahs. I can clean it up.
Yeah. And executive parties. Now, when you say you have a garden, do you do a lot of gardening, and what else do you grow?
Okay, so I do have a garden. I have kale. I got strawberries right now. I got eggplants, you know why. And I got,
I don't know why.
We'll talk later. So, I got cucumbers, avocado tree.
Oh, I know why, the cucumbers.
I got beets.
I know why.
Potatoes, yams, you name it.
Yeah.
I got.
Well, where do you grow all these things?
In my backyard.
Wow, where do you live?
South Central LA.
Your little Cliff dance?
You want to come over? You got.
I do.
I got 2 dogs and a cat too. And you know where the cat from? She from the movie I did called Keanu. So it's 2 famous in the house.
Oh, wow. You took the cat from the movie?
Yeah, I took the cat from the movie.
So do you own a house? Did you buy a house?
Well, kinda, yeah.
Because I'm just asking because you're doing very well, and is that like something you've rewarded yourself with? What have you done?
No, I got that house before I started doing well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm able to make the payments on time now.
I see. That's good.